Okay, equilibrium equation. It means we have already solved, already we have got the tie-set matrix. What we can do with that tie-set matrix? Okay, so again, I am making some notation. I am assuming some notation here. The branch current is called as JA, JB, JC, JD, and JE. Okay, this I am denoting it as branch current. Again, don't get confused with imaginary number J. Why I am using J means because already the notation I is used. Okay, already the notation I is used for loop. That's why I am using different notation for current. Okay, that is J. So again, this J is denoting the branch current. Again, JA means branch current in the A branch, B branch, C, D, E branch. There are 5 branches. So definitely there will be 5 branch current. Okay, so there will be definitely 5 branch current. Then what about the branch voltages? Okay, see, whenever branches are there, again there will be some voltage. That branch voltage we are denoting as VA, VB, VC, VD, VE. It's called as branch voltage. Okay, branch voltage. Now with this we can make two set of equation. The first set is like this. That means the first one is KVL. Okay, it's like Kirchhoff voltage law. For that, what we have to do? Already we know the matrix. Okay, just you take the matrix as it is. Okay, then you multiply with the branch voltages. Okay, branch voltages. Okay, already we know the dimension of the matrix. The dimension of the tie set matrix is 2 cross 5. Okay, 2 cross 5. Then definitely the branch, okay, V branch dimension has to be 5 cross 1. Okay, 5 cross 1. That means only one column vector, which is equal to 0, which is equal to 0. Then once if you apply this, say just you substitute your matrix here, tie set matrix. What is the matrix we got? 1 0 minus 1 1 0 1 1 minus 1 0 1. Okay, then what is the dimension here? 2 cross 5. What about the uh, this V branch voltages? Okay, up to VA to VE. Okay, but you have to put as a column vector: VA, VB, VC, VD, VE. Okay, then which is equal to 0. Again, you know that whenever you multiply 2 cross 5 with 5 cross 1, you get the 2 cross 1 dimension. So this side will be 0 0. Again, dimension is important. That is 2 cross 1. Okay. So again, from this, just you apply what you are getting: VA minus VC plus VD is equal to 0. Then what about the second row? VA plus VB minus VC plus VE is equal to 0. Again, this is the KVL in the loop 1, KVL in loop 1. This is KVL in loop 2. Again, you see it here, when you are in loop 1, okay, you are associated with the branch A, D, and C. So it is simply VA, VD, and VC, but that will be having the minus sign because your loop current is in this direction, but C is coming this way. So again, it's opposite nature. So definitely that will be minus. Again, if you concentrate on the outer loop, okay, VA, VB, okay, VA, VB plus VE, but for VC alone, minus will be there. Okay, so for VC alone, minus VC will be there. Again, so this is simply giving you the KVL, okay, in the loop 1 and loop 2. So with the tie set matrix, you can also write the Kirchhoff voltage law for the loops. Again, for the independent loop, how many number of independent loops are there? Here in this case, only 2 independent loops, so that you can make two equations. Okay, from this you can make two equations, KVL, by applying the Kirchhoff voltage law. Okay, so next one is set 2. The set 2, we are trying to make relation of branch current with the loop current. Okay, so this is the relation between branch current and loop current, branch current and loop current. Okay, for that we have to use the matrix M transpose multiplied with I loop matrix, and then multiplied with branch current. Okay, see, this is the loop current, but here I am writing J means it is denoting the branch, so that's why I'm putting J, branch current. Okay, it is related like this. What about M transpose? Already we know M. Okay, now we have to take the M transpose. So this dimension is 2 cross 5. Then once if you take transpose, then that will be 5 cross 2. Okay, so the M transpose will be 1 1 0 1 minus 1 minus 1 1 0 0 1, and then dimension of this one is 5 cross 2. What about the I loop? Okay, if it is 5 cross 2, if the dimension is 5 cross 2, I am not writing for M, I am writing for M transpose, that is 5 cross 2, then I loop will be 2 cross 1. So how many loop currents are there? In general, only two loop currents, I1 and I2. The two you have to write in the matrix of 2 cross 1. That means 2 rows, 1 column. So I1, I2. Okay, again this 2 cross 1. Again, if you multiply 5 cross 2 with the 2 cross 1, then what will be the dimension? That will be 5 cross 1. Again, and also you are having only 5 branch current. What is that branch current? JA, JB, JC, JD, JE. Okay, so this is 5 cross 1. Again, it's very simple. So first equation is I1 plus I2 is equal to JA, and then 0 plus I2 is equal to JB. Like this, you can write the equation. Okay, so if you proceed from that, I1 plus I2, and then I2, and then minus I1 minus I2, I1, I2, which is equal to JA, JB, JC, JD, again JE. So this is finally giving you the relation between the branch current with the loop current. Again, just you can verify whether this is correct or not. Okay, you concentrate on the D branch. Okay, what is the current flow in the D branch? That is I1 is flowing in clockwise. Okay, I2 is also flowing in clockwise. So once if you are here, I1 is this way, but I2 is going up, then that means I1 minus I2. So definitely ID value is equal to I1 minus I2. What about ID? Not ID, that means JD. So, yes, sir, it's getting wrong. Please wait a bit. Yeah. We made a blunder mistake here, because this I2 is not flowing this way. Okay, I can make it clear here. See, this is our diagram. I1 is flowing this way, but whereas I2 is flowing this way. Okay, because I2 is flowing in the outer loop. Again, I2 is nowhere related with this central line. So definitely what is ID? ID is only associated with I1. So ID, I will put that names. Okay, so that it will be clear. This is A, this is B, C, D, and then E. Okay, so first we'll go one by one. What about JA? Okay, JA is I1 plus I2, because I1 is also flowing in this loop, and also I2 is also flowing. Okay, so when you concentrate on this branch, here I1 is also flowing, I2 is also flowing. Then what about JA? JA means I1 plus I2. Again, when you concentrate on JB, this branch, I1 is not coming there, but only I2 is coming here. So JB is only related with the I2. So again, the directions are same. So JB is equal to I2. What about JC? Okay, when you are here, I1 is flowing opposite to JC, and also I2 is also flowing, but that is also opposite to JC. So that's why JC is equal to minus I1 minus I2. What about JD? Okay, again, just now we have seen, again in this branch only I1 is associated because I2 is flowing in the outer loop. So JD is equal to I1. Then what about JE in the outer loop? The E branch, okay, again here only I2 is flowing, so J is equal to I2. So finally it is just giving you the relation between the branch current and the loop current, branch current and the loop current. Again, this is not the only way, so you can also write in any different format. If you take different tree format, again you may be getting different answer. Why? Because see, why? Because when the graph is like this, okay, we have chosen the I1 and I2 like this, but this is not the only way. You can choose I1, I2 in any manner. Okay, I can choose I1 like this, I can choose I2 like this. Okay, or otherwise I can choose I1 like this, I can choose I2 like this. Okay, so you can choose your loop current in any manner you want. Okay, only there are two independent loop, but that two loop current can be chosen in any manner. Okay, again I can also choose like this I1, I can also choose like this. So these possibilities and all you will be getting when you take different tree format. Okay, for a given question there are many number of tree format. Once if you take that tree format, then again this orientation and all will be really different. Okay, then you will be getting different answer, but ultimately, okay, whatever the things that you are assuming, okay, that will give the relationship. Okay, for I1, see, when I choose I1 like this, okay, then anyway branch currents are already fixed, then you will get the some different relationship because you have chosen the loop current in the different manner, then you will be getting the different relationship. Okay, finally anyway that will also represent a circuit. Okay, so that is the idea of the tie set matrix. Okay, so exam point of view, what you should know, what is the dimension of the tie set matrix? What is the dimension of the tie-set matrix? That is first important one. What is the dimension of the tie-set matrix? That is B minus n plus 1, okay, cross into number of branches, okay, that is B. This is the dimension of the tie-set matrix. How many number of tie-set matrix are possible? Number of tie-set matrix is equal to number of trees. So for that you can use either this formula if the graph is standard complete graph, or otherwise you have to use determinant. Okay, ar transpose, okay, determinant. Okay, so this is how many number of tie set matrix are possible. Number of tie set matrix is equal to number of trees. Okay, in the given tie set matrix, what is the dimension? How many number of rows are there? How many number of columns are there? Okay, that is a question most probably you'll be getting in the exam. Then again, what is the usefulness of the tie set matrix? There are two usefulness. You can write KVL, and what you can write, and the next one is you can write the relation between the branch current and the loop current. Okay, so next we'll go to the cut set matrix. Cut set. Okay, first I will give you the definition. Okay, again that may not be clear to you, but once if you solve the problem, then the definition will be clear. Okay, so just I'll give you the definition. A cut set is a minimal set of branches. Cut set is a minimal set of branches of a connected graph such that after removing the branch, after removing the branch, the graph would be cut into exactly two parts. After removing the branch, the graph would be cut into exactly two parts. Exactly two parts. Okay. Okay. So now here, just with this definition, a cut set is a minimal set of Okay, this word is important. Minimal set of branches of a connected graph, such that after removing those minimal set of branches of the graph would be cut into exactly two part. Okay, for example, we'll take some simple graph structure like this with the 5 nodes. Okay, this is a graph with the 5 nodes. Okay, is it a complete graph? Yes, anybody? Standard, is it a complete standard graph?
No, sir.
Why?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? A, B, C, D, E. Okay, it's not standard complete graph because between A and C and all there is no direct connection. Okay, so if it has to be a standard complete graph, definitely there should be the direct connection, minimum one connection between the any two pair of nodes. Okay, so this is the given graph. I want to make this graph into two parts. Okay, again two part in the sense in a part there could be at least one node also. Okay, in a part at least there could be one node also or more than one node also. So first we'll see, say for example, now I am separating the node A like this. Okay, if I cut like this, okay, what would be the diagram nature? It will be something like this. Okay, uh, and again the rest of the things will be here. Okay, once if I cut this, okay, the graph will be something like this. So in this process, what I have done, I have made a cut in only in the 3 branches. Okay, so but finally I made uh, uh, two two parts of the original graph. Okay, there are 2 parts now. Again, how many number of cuts I have made, that is important. Okay, 3 cuts. Okay, is there a way by making 2 cuts can we make the graph into 2 parts? Okay, that may not be possible because suppose if you make cut only in the 2, again the graph would look like uh, something like this, okay, the graph would be looking like this, but that is not valid because you have to make the graph into exactly 2 parts, 2 separate, okay, 2 different parts. You have to make it as separate part. So this is not valid, but this is valid. But in this process you have made minimum 3 cuts. But suppose again this is not the only way to make the graph into 2 different parts. Okay, I can also do in some other manner. Say for example, if the graph is like this, okay, suppose I am making the cut here and also one more cut I am making here. For example, there are 4 cuts I am making, and now the graph would look like this. Okay, now the graph would look like this. Anyway, I got two part of the graph. But again, this is not valid because we have to follow the condition. What they are telling, cut set is a minimum set of branches. Okay, so you have to remove the minimum set of branches. So in this process, you made the graph into 2 parts. That's okay. But how many cut you have made? You have made 4 cuts. But with the 3 cut itself, you can make it into 2 different parts. But you have made 4 cuts. So this is also not valid. So strictly you have to follow the definition. What is the definition is telling? A cut set is a minimal set of branches of a connected graph such that after removing the branch, the graph would be cut into exactly 2 parts. Okay, so like this, you can make the many cut sets. See how many cut set here is possible. Okay, so now you know how to make a cut set. That means how to make a graph into 2 different parts. Okay, for that you have to follow the, you have to make the cut in the minimum number of branches so that the graph is divided into 2 part. Graph is divided into 2 part. Now if we take simple, again the same example, how many number of cut set is possible? Okay, if the graph is given like this, how can it do? See, if I name the node A, B, C, A, B, C, D, E, the first case I can separate A and I can write the rest of the things. Okay, I can write the rest of the things. This is one cut set. Okay, I can make like this. Now in this process, I have made the two different graph. Okay, so this is one possibility. Again, what I can do, similarly, I can separate the B. I can separate B also. Now rest of the things will be there as it is. This is another way. Similarly, I can do it for C. Okay, third one. If I separate C, again, it would be like this. Okay, third, C. I can also do it for D. Okay, if I separate D, again, this will be like this. Okay. Uh, okay. Then now we can make like this. Is there any other way? Yes, sir. Is there any other way again to make any other combination? If I want to make E separate, how many cut I have to make? That also I can do. I can make the E's as a separate one. Okay, so if I make 4 cut, okay, if I make 4 cut, then I can make E as a separate one. Then I will be getting the rest of the graph. That is also possible. So in this case, how many cut sets are possible? So in this case, there are 5. Okay, so just we are following that condition. You are making the graph into 2 different parts, but in this process, you have to do the minimum number of cuts. Okay, you have to do the minimum number of cuts. Okay, so even I can do in some other manner. Okay, see, even you can separate AB from the rest of the things. Okay, again, if you separate AB, how many cuts you have to make? Anybody, any idea? If I want to separate AB from CDE, okay, so these are all the 5 basic steps. Just you are separating one node. So again, you can separate A or separate B or separate C or D. Finally, you can separate E. Then what is the another way we can do? Okay, see, this is the given question. Now I can separate A, B, C, D, E. Now I'm going to separate, say for example, I'm going to separate A, B from C, D, E. Now how many number of cut I have to make? Anybody? If I want to separate A, B from C, D, E, how many number of cut I have to make? I have to cut in this way. I have to cut in this way. So once if you make the cut like this, okay, you will be getting AB. Okay, then rest of the things will be there as it is. Okay, C, D, E. Okay, now this is also a cut set. You just separated AB and like this. Okay. So, but out of all these, we'll be taking only few combination. Okay, so there are many ways to make the graph into 2 different part. But when we analyze in the circuit point of view, okay, so mostly we will not be considering this condition and all this separating 2 nodes at a time. Okay, and also will not be considering this case also, because in this case we are making 4 cut. Okay, just to separate E, we are making 4 cut. Okay, again, in general, there are many ways are possible to make a cut set, but the term, the fundamental cut set is there. Okay, the term fundamental cut set. Okay, when you talk about the fundamental cut set, you have to follow the certain rule. Okay, you have to follow the certain rule. And again, before making the cut set, okay, the cut set should consist of only one branch of the tree with any number of link. This is the another important definition given there. Okay, when you make cut set, okay, cut set consists of only one branch of tree with any number of links. Okay, so again they are putting one restriction here. Okay, simply you cannot remove the branches that you like. Okay, when you cut the branches, see, when I cut the branches like this, say in this case to separate A from the rest of the graph, I am cutting this branch and this branch. Out of these branches, only one tree branch has to be there, only one tree branch, rest of the branch has to be a link. So that means before proceeding to the cut set problem, okay, see, the circuit for a given graph, you may have a many number of trees. Okay, so each and every tree consists of one cut set matrix. So now we are going to write the cut set matrix. So the cut set matrix is defined for tree. Okay, so the next process you have to understand. Okay, what I'm telling, you are given with graph first. Okay, then from that graph, okay, choose the tree. First you choose the tree. Okay, then for the tree only you can write the cut set matrix. Okay, cut set matrix. If you choose different tree, then you will be getting different cut set matrix. So then there are how many number of cut set matrix possible for a given graph? Okay, the number of cut set matrix is same as the number of tree. So in the process of writing cut set matrix, what is the first process? First you have to choose your tree, because once you, if you choose your tree, then only you can talk about these things, branch of the tree, something like that. Okay, so choose your tree. Okay, and again, how many number of cut set matrix are possible? The number of cut set matrix is same as the number of trees. Okay, number of tree is equal to number of cut set matrix. Okay, so next we'll take some reference problem. Then for that we will choose some tree. Then from that how to proceed. From that how to proceed. Okay. Um, so just to illustrate this principle, okay, by taking the tree, how to make the cut set. Okay, now just now we have seen some simply how to make cut set. Okay, without considering about anything, without considering the tree format or anything, just we have seen how to make the cut set, how to separate the graph into two different parts. Okay, but now we will see with help of tree, by choosing the tree format, how to make the graph into two separate part. Okay, two separate part. Okay, so next our topic is like fundamental cut set. Okay, once if you are talking about fundamental cut set means you have to choose a tree. Okay, you have to choose a tree. So the next topic is not a cut set, it is fundamental cut set. Okay, if you are writing the cut set with reference to the tree, then that is called as fundamental cut set. Okay, so cut set defined for the particular tree. Cut set, and what do you mean by fundamental cut set? Cut set defined for particular tree. Okay, particular tree. So what is the process? First you choose your tree. Okay, choose tree. Okay, choose one twig at a time. Okay, because tree consists of twigs. Okay, choose one twig. Okay, then remove the twig. Okay, so see, if you remove one twig at a time, if you imagine properly, that will make the graph into two different parts. Okay, so this is very important. So you are choosing the tree. Okay, then you choose one twig at a time. Okay, removing the twig. Okay, removing the twig, removing the one twig. Okay, divide the network into two different parts. Divide the network into two parts. Okay, so if you consider one tree, you remove one twig at a time, and also the links also will be removed. Okay, we will see that in the diagram. Okay, removing the twig, divide the network into two parts. Okay, and again twig along with the removed twig along with the links. Okay, the removed twig along with the links forms cut set. Okay, the removed twig along with the links forms cut set. Okay, how many number of twigs are there? Okay, so the number of twig Okay, you can remove one tweak at a time. How many tweaks you can remove? The number of tweak is equal to number of cut set, because each and every tweak will give you one cut set. Okay, one cut set equation. Then the number of tweak is same as number of cut set equation. And again, how many number of tweaks will be there for a given graph? Okay, if the graph is having n node, how many number of tweaks are possible? N minus 1 tweaks are possible. Okay, but how many number of cut set matrix are possible? Number of cut set matrix is equal to n power n minus 2. Okay, if it is a standard complete graph, that is same as number of tree. Okay, so given a tree format, then how the tree format consists of